Are you looking for that perfect new construction home in Northern Virginia? Well, guess what? You're in the right spot, because in this week's video, I'll be diving into the top 5 new construction communities that you must know about in Northern Virginia, Loudoun County edition. We're gonna check out 2-level condos, 4-level townhomes with rooftop terraces, villas that feel like a single-family home, and stunning luxury single-family homes, and you're not gonna wanna miss it. So sit back, relax, because we're getting started right now. Boom! Hey everybody, it's David, your favorite realtor, and welcome back to another video. The top 5 new construction communities in Loudoun County. So this past week, I actually personally visited all 5 of these communities, and I was able to get some great drone footage, some great interior footage of the models. Plus, I have the latest details and pricing on all 5 of these communities. So if you're even thinking about buying a new construction home, then this video is a must watch. So let's get the video started right now with the first new construction community that you must know about in Northern Virginia, with Cattail Run in Leesburg by Pulte Homes. So Cattail Run sits next to 85 acres of preserved parkland and will consist of 250 absolutely stunning new homes, including 2 different styles of single-family homes that offer front porch living, plus 4-level townhomes with rooftop terraces. So let's start off with townhomes. So the townhomes are going to start off with a base price of $820,000, and they're going to be 4 levels, 3 to 4 bedrooms, 3 to 4 bathrooms, around 2,800 square feet, and a rear-loading 2-car garage. So some available options you'll find with the townhomes are a gourmet kitchen that'll delight any home chef, a 4th level loft area that can be converted to a bedroom, plus a rooftop terrace that's great for relaxing with friends and family. So I personally think rooftop terraces are a great option for a townhouse. In fact, I have a rooftop terrace myself, but I've noticed most of my past clients and even people in my neighborhood, they hardly ever use their rooftop terrace. So my recommendation is, if you're not going to use the rooftop terrace, then don't pay a premium for a townhouse with a rooftop terrace. So as I mentioned earlier, the base price of townhomes is $820,000, but they do have one quick move-in available townhouse for $888,000, and this is the all-in price with all structural and design options picked. Now let's look at single-family homes. So Cattail Run is going to feature 2 different collections of single-family homes. First, you have the village homes, and they start off with a base price of $999,000, and these will be 4 to 6 bedrooms, 4 to 6 bathrooms, 3,500 to 4,000 square feet, and a rear-loading 2-car garage. So some available features you're gonna find with the village homes are a wraparound front porch, a 1st floor guest suite, an upgraded chef's kitchen, a screened porch with a fireplace, and more. Then you have the grand homes. So there's currently 2 grand homes for sale, and both of them happen to be the model homes. And one is listed for $1.9 million, and the other was listed for $1.98 million, making these by far the 2 most expensive homes in this video. So these grand homes can be 4 to 7 bedrooms, 4 to 7 bathrooms, 4,500 to 6,500 square feet, with up to a 3-car side-loading garage, and they're gonna have much bigger lots overall compared to the village homes. So as you can imagine, these 2 model homes for sale, they have all the bells and whistles, including a 2-story living room, chef-inspired kitchen with upgraded KitchenAid appliances, full yard irrigation system, fire pit, and a grill station. Now let's talk about the amenities, and this is definitely not a strong suit for this community, as there's no pool, there's no clubhouse, there's no fitness center. All you have is a playground, a covered pavilion, and a few ponds. Yet the HOA is still $225 per month, and that is a lot of money for not getting a pool or a clubhouse. Now it does take care of your lawn maintenance, which is nice, but I don't think that's worth $225 per month. However, what you lack in amenities, you make up for it with the A+ convenient location, as you're close to everything that Leesburg has to offer. Like, you're right across the street from Fort Evans Plaza, which has a Trader Joe's and a Walgreens, and then you're 1 mile away from Battlefield Marketplace Shopping Plaza, which has a Target and a Costco. Literally, what more could you want? Then you're 2 miles away from Village Walk, which is a massive town center with a Wegmans and a ton of great restaurants. And then you're 2 miles away from downtown historic Leesburg, which has some great local mom and pop restaurants. So Pulte Homes absolutely knocked it out of the park with this one. The homes are absolutely stunning. In fact, I think they're the most beautiful homes on this list. Now, as much as I love making YouTube videos about living right here in Northern Virginia, what I love even more is helping folks just like you relocate to the area. So if you're even thinking about moving to Northern Virginia, reach out to me, give me a call, shoot me a text, send me an email. Just know I got your back when you move into Northern Virginia. Next on the list is West Park in Brambleton by Tri-Point Homes and Van Meter. So West Park's one of the newest communities in Brambleton that features both townhomes and single-family homes. But we're going to focus on the latest phase of the West Park community, which is going to consist of 282 new single-family homes, 141 built by Van Meter and 141 built by Tri-Point Homes. Let's start off with Van Meter. So Van Meter currently has 9 spec'd out single-family homes that will be delivering this summer, and they range between $1.256 million and $1.375 million. And this is the all-in price. And these homes range from 5 to 6 bedrooms, 4 to 6 bathrooms, 4,000 to 4,600 square feet, and a front-loading 2-car garage. And just so you know, a front-loading 2-car garage is way better than a rear-loading garage. And the reason I bring it up is all the previous phases of the West Park community, they're all rear-facing garages, and you basically have 0 backyard. However, this new phase, both by Tri-Point and Van Meter, they're now front-loading garages, so now everybody has a nice backyard. So some available options you'll find with these Van Meter homes are designer kitchen, spa-inspired primary bathroom, finished basement with a bedroom, full bathroom and a wet bar, and a 4th level loft and bedroom, which you actually don't see too often. Now let's look at Tri-Point Homes. So Tri-Point Homes, they're gonna start off with a base price of $1.1 million and can get up to over $1.5 million after all options have been picked, which makes it a lot more expensive than Van Meter. Some available options you'll find with Tri-Point Homes is chef-inspired kitchens, finished basements, and a covered screened-in porch with private backyards. So why would you pick West Park? Well, West Park's located in Brambleton, which is an award-winning master plan community here in Loudoun County. And I've probably mentioned Brambleton a million times in my videos over the past 5 years, and I believe it's one of the best places to live in the whole state of Virginia. So when you live in West Park, you're only minutes away from Brambleton Town Center, which will have your grocery store, gas station, restaurants, library, and a movie theater. Then you're close to the major commuter route, the Dulles Greenway, and then you're 10 miles away from Dulles International Airport. Now, what kind of amenities can you find at West Park? And now this is definitely gonna be a strong suit, unlike Cattail Run, which basically had no amenities. But when you live in West Park, you're part of the full Brambleton HOA, which has 5 public pools, 18 miles of paved trails, a dozen parks, various sports courts, playgrounds for the kiddos, and the best part is the HOA covers your cable and internet. And the HOA fee is only $205 per month. Now you definitely get your money's worth with this HOA. So whether you go Tri-Point Homes or Van Meter, it's gonna cost you legitimately about $1.3 million when it's all said and done. However, you can get into West Park for right around that $1 million price range. And these would be homes that are only built like 2 or 3 or 4 years ago. However, they will be the rear loading garage, so you may not have any backyard, but if you don't care about a backyard, that's a very good price point to get into this community. Now, the next new construction home community that you must know about is Parkside Village in Aldie by Toll Brothers. So Parkside Village is a single family home community that's currently in phase 1, which will bring 250 homes. And slated to start in 2027 is phase 2 of this community, which will also bring in another 250 homes. At Parkside Village, you're going to find 2 different collections of single-family homes. First, you have the Hawthorne collection, and they start off with a base price of $999,000. And these will be 5 bedrooms, 4 bath, 3,100 to 3,300 square feet with a front-loading 2-car garage. So currently, Toll Brothers has one spec'd-out home that's going to deliver January 2026 for $1,080,000. And that is a fantastic price point for a Toll Brothers new construction single-family home in Loudoun County. So if you're even thinking about buying a new construction home, I would 100% look into this home. Then you have the Sequoia collection, and they're gonna start off at $1,289,000, and they're gonna range between 4 and 6 bedrooms, 4 and 6 bathrooms, about 4,200 square feet, which makes it 25% larger than the Hawthorne collection, and they're also gonna have a front-loading 2-car garage. And by far the best looking model home out of the 5 communities in this video was Parkside Village by Toll Brothers. Toll Brothers, they always go above and beyond with their model homes. But the only downside is to their model homes, they add a lot of features that they actually won't even sell to you, so it really enhances the look. But with that being said, it was by far the most stunning home I saw during my tours. So currently, Parkside Village has amenities like pickleball courts, basketball courts, playgrounds for the kiddos, and ponds. However, phase 2 of this community is going to bring a clubhouse with an outdoor pool. So currently the HOA dues on this community is $103 per month. However, with phase 2, when they open the clubhouse with outdoor pool, they anticipate the HOA to get up to $175 per month. I really like what Toll Brothers is doing. They easily could have just started off with $175 per month right now, but they're staggering it. They're giving everybody a low HOA, and when more amenities come into the neighborhood, then they'll increase the prices. When you live in Parkside Village, you're only minutes away from Holland Bernie Hansen Regional Park, which is a 257-acre regional park with 10 multi-purpose soccer fields, a fishing pier, splash pad, and a lot more. Then you're 7 minutes away from Brambleton Town Center, which we talked about earlier in this video. And then you're right next door to all the wineries and breweries that Western Loudoun County has to offer. So Toll Brothers, they are definitely the crown jewel of builders, not just in Northern Virginia, but the nation as a whole. So if you want the best of the best, then I would 100% recommend checking out Parkside Village by Toll Brothers. Next, we have South 620 in Aldie by Van Meter. So South 620 is a community located off Braddock Road, aka Route 620. Hence the name South 620. South 620 is going to consist of 144 homes, including townhomes, villas, and single-family homes. Let's look at the townhomes. So Van Meter currently has 2 townhomes for sale, one for $709,000, and the other one $737,000, and this is the actual all-in price. And these will range between 3 and 4 bedrooms, 3.5 bathrooms, 2,200 square feet, and a rear detached 1-car garage. Then you have the villas, and these definitely have the size and feel of a single family home. And currently Van Meter has 8 for sale, and they start off at $926,000, and they go all the way up to $1,070,000. And again, this is the all-in price, and these range between 4 and 5 bedrooms, 4 and 5 bathrooms, 3,200 to 4,000 square feet with a front-loading 2-car garage. So I actually walked through the $926,000 villa, and when I was walking through it, I definitely felt I was not in a townhouse, but I was in a single-family home. So speaking of single-family homes, Van Meter has 3 available single-family homes for sale, and they're all priced right around $1.1 million. And these will be 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, 3,300 square feet with a front-loading 2-car garage. So as I mentioned earlier, the most expensive villa is $1,070,000. So for just $30,000 more, you can get a single family home as opposed to a villa. So that is 100% the direction that I would go in. So amenities that you'll find at South 620 are walking trails, pickleball court, and a playground for the kiddos. So you definitely do not get a lot of amenities in this community. And then the HOA is $198 per month. Now it does cover your lawn maintenance. However, $200 a month for no pool, no gym, no clubhouse, it is definitely not worth it. So South 620 is by far the least convenient location of the 5 communities in this video, but you're still within 10 minutes of 2 shopping plazas at Stone Ridge Village Center and South Riding Plaza, which is where you'll find your gas station, grocery stores, pharmacy, restaurants, and more. So Van Meter definitely offers a very solid product overall. The homes are stunning, great design options, great layouts, and you can get a new construction townhouse for $709,000. That is great value overall, but the community lacks amenities and it's not the best location of all time. So just keep that in mind if you're considering South 620. Next, we have Belmont Overlook in Ashburn by Pulte Homes. So Belmont Overlook is a community that is sandwiched between Belmont Country Club and Belmont Chase Plaza. It has 202 homes, including 4-level luxury townhomes and luxury 2-over-2 townhouse style condos. So let's start off with the lower level condos, and they start off at $599,000, and these will be 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 1,500 square feet, and a 1-car garage. Then you have the upper level condos, and they start off at $695,000, and these will be 3 bedrooms, 3 bath, 2,500 square feet, a main level office, open floor plan, rear covered patio, 1-car garage, and a massive rooftop terrace. Now the con to these units are, there are a lot of stairs, but if you can get past those stairs, this is great value overall. And if you're looking for a new construction home in Ashburn under that $750,000 price point, I would definitely look into this. Then you have the 4-level townhomes, and these are going to start off with a base price of $845,000, and they can easily get up to close to $1 million. And these will be 4 bedrooms, 5 bath, 2,800 square feet, 2-car garage, plus a 4th level loft with a rooftop terrace. Now, a great thing about this community, you're literally right across the street from Belmont Chase Plaza, which has a Whole Foods. Who doesn't want to live walking distance to a Whole Foods? plus a Cava, Chipotle, and Cooper's Hawk Winery and Restaurant, which is a great restaurant, by the way. Go check it out. It's great for date nights. The wife and I go there at least once a month. Then you're 5 minutes down the road from One Loudoun, which is the downtown of Ashburn. You have your movie theater, restaurants, and shops there. And then Belmont Overlook's gonna be right off Route 7, which is a major commuter route, so it's super easy and convenient to travel throughout Northern Virginia. So the condo fees in this community are $305 per month, and if you get the 4-level townhouse, then your HOA dues are $155 per month. But a common theme with this video is you don't get many amenities at all. You will find a stocked pond where you actually can go fishing, a playground for the kiddos, picnic tables, and outdoor grills. Now right next door is Belmont Country Club, which is a massive gated golf course community. And when you live in Belmont Overlook, you can actually join their HOA if you want, which will give you access to their private dining, outdoor pools, fitness center, playgrounds, and everything else for about $245 per month. Now, is all that worth $245 per month? I would probably say no, especially probably 5 minutes down the road is a community called Ashburn Village, and for $100 a month, you can join their HOA and you get access to 6 outdoor pools, a sports pavilion with a gym, basketball courts, tennis courts, everything. So that right there is much better bang for your buck. So if you're even thinking about buying a new construction home in Northern Virginia, reach out to me. I'd love to chat with you, see what I can do to help you. And if you want to learn more about living right here in Northern Virginia, check out these videos right here. They're going to be great ways to continue your research. And I'll see you in the next video.